and thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to spend with me. This is Joy, and I welcome you all to today's video. I hope that you are all keeping well and continuing to take care of yourself. For those of you who have been impacted by the storms in the South, you have my prayers. I want to talk today a little bit about what the narcissist is thinking. You may wonder, well, how can you actually tell what they are thinking? Well, we actually really can, because what we actually look at when we take into consideration what their thoughts possibly could be are their patterns of manipulation as well as patterns of destruction. This is what they are known for. This is what they continually do in the lives of their targets. Think back on your own life and your own story and how the narcissist impacted your life. And I'm sure you can see that there are patterns, there are steady patterns of manipulation and destruction. They enjoy building people up only so that they can break them down. And they do this repeatedly with multiple relationships. And this speaks to the very nature of who they are. You know, their patterns of inflicting pain, issuing fake apologies, and crocodile tears for that pain is only because, not that they're truly sorry. It's just that they're sorry that they got caught. They're sorry that they have to hear your mouth continually go on and on about how you feel about what they did and how, how hurt you are. That's why they apologize. That's why they give these crocodile tears, to shut you up. It's not, and it never will be, because they are genuinely repentant. They don't know what that is. And I can say that because we know that they lack empathy. And without empathy, there is no conscience and there is no remorse that is going to follow. And so all of this leads to them just inflicting pain on people. You know, we watch a person's words, their actions, but never ignore the patterns. The patterns are really what define a person. You have to pay attention, because these people, or people in general, should I say, do not deviate from their patterns. You know, patterns are what is set over time. Now, for normal, healthy people, we can change our patterns, if we consistently make different choices. They consistently choose to be who they are. And that is why, we can say that they have a proven blueprint of evil. Their very nature is evil. They enjoy inflicting pain and suffering on people as it gives them a reason to smile. It validates their false self. It makes them feel important. It satisfies their God complex, actually. And they see no error in their way of thinking. They are simply enjoying their way of life and inflicting pain on people. What can be said about narcissists that can be, not that it can, but what is truly truth, is that they are silent killers. They kill you from the inside out. That pain that is so soul crushing, that starts on the inside of the target, begins to reflect in every area of their target's life when, your joy is gone, your peace is gone, just your zeal and your zest, your passion for life, all of that goes, because they are silent killers, killing targets from the inside out. And tragically, sometimes they're successfully doing it physically. They are always thinking of new ways on how they can manipulate their victims, because your pain, the pain of their victims, gives them a sense of pride. It gives them a sense of pleasure. It gives them a sense of fulfillment. Never forget that it's evil that is working at the very core of them. And so if they are doing the enemy's work, there has to be a level of satisfaction that they would experience for all of it to make sense. Because just like when we serve God, when we do something for God, we feel good about what we do. Just like they serve their Father, they feel good about what they're doing. Make no mistakes about that. They're non-apologetic, they're non-repentant, and they are completely sold out to their life's mission of bringing pain, misery, and suffering into the lives of those that they impact. They think about how much they enjoy your pain and suffering. And a lot of the times when they consider this, they think of new ways to increase that level of pain and suffering. One thing about narcissists is that they lack object constancy. They have black or white thinking, also known as splitting. And so if they can make you appear to be bad, they'll feel good about themselves because it signifies to them that they are good. And so they do a lot of things. They can lie about people. They can have people arrested. They can have people's children taken away from them simply so that they can feel good about themselves. There is no level or there's no degree of pain and suffering that they will say to themselves, like, you know what, maybe I did too much. No, it's always, how much more can I do? So they are always thinking of new ways to hurt people. And when you approach them to voice your concerns and to call them out on their behavior, when you are crying, when you're distraught, and when you think maybe if they see my humanity, they'll realize what they're doing is wrong. No, they look at you as weak. They think about how weak you are. They think about how stupid you are for falling for their tricks over and over again. And all of this feeds the false self. All of this emboldens them for the next level. They truly think that they are entitled to do what they do to you. And again, this is it speaks to the very demonic nature of what they do and of what narcissistic abuse is. It speaks to the very demonic nature to think that they are entitled. They truly believe that they are entitled to do whatever they feel like. That is that God complex that they have, just like their father, the devil. They love evil characters in movies because they can identify to it. And so you'll always see them side with what they will call the underdog or just that evil character because they can identify to it. Sometimes you'll find that they won't tell you that simply because they want to control how you see them. But they are always rooting for evil. Always, in every situation, when they hear about the sociopath or psychopath that did this or that in the news, they are all for it. They are celebrating it. And they want that person to win at any cost. They are always thinking of ways on how they can manipulate your love. They don't love you, but they want to manipulate your love. When you are somebody who truly understands the beauty of love and what a gift it is to have somebody genuinely love you, you appreciate that. You hold on to that and you respect and you love that person back. Not the narcissist. They will use your love. They will manipulate your love all to their benefit. Listen, I told you, their blueprint is evil. They think of ways on how they can perfect their craft so that you can be punished effectively, so that the next person, the new supply that comes after you or whomever, whenever, does not get away, does not treat them the way that you did. They look at how they failed in certain relationships or certain aspects and find ways on how they can build on that, on the abuse they inflicted, so that the next person or the new target does not get away, that they do not react the way that you did. They are always seeking out ways to perfect their craft. And if you have to perfect evil, you are a special kind of evil. They also think of ways on how they can evade responsibility and accountability. So consider this snowstorm that we're having here in Texas. Some co-parents, counter-parents, suddenly you will find that, their phones are not working, or they, whatever lies they're going to tell you so that they're not, they're not held accountable for the surprise responsibilities that children need in these situations. You know, they may need extra blankets, they may need coats, they may need whatever they need. It's unprecedented what is happening, but they will always evade responsibility and find ways to not be there. They always think of ways on how they can be seen as a victim. Never ever forget, narcissists live to be professional victims. That is, it's important to them to always be seen that way. And for those that deal with court and narcissists a lot, those narcs are thinking of ways on how they can effectively manipulate, how they can trick the judge and the jury, how they can trick their lawyers, how they can get the law to work on their behalf. We see this happen lots of times with female narcissists, where they use their feminine qualities to work to their advantage. But let's not make any mistakes. Male narcissists do this too. A narc is a narc is a narc. They think about how stupid everybody is. They truly believe that they are superior and they're above everybody, and they look at everybody else as stupid because they have a history of manipulating. This history is truly only known to the narcissist because they are the ones who are fully aware of who they have been able to manipulate over time. They're the only ones that truly know the casualties of the crimes that they inflict. So I hope that this may answer the question as to what is the narcissist thinking. I thank you so much for your time, and please love yourselves and love each other.